Greetings, this is the Ghetto Free Press. I'm George Boss Rhymes, and this is The Voice, and I'm in Waycross, Georgia. This is Bobby Worthy. I was called earlier today. I didn't attend KJ's birthday at Saunders Park because I was called over here. Bobby Worthy, tell my YouTube listeners in the world what's going on over here today. And we also have the Black Panther Party standing on the side there. What's going on over here, my beautiful brother Bobby Worthy, Justice League?
Well, a police shooting on October the 4th. A guy named G.B.R. Roberson, as we're standing right here in front of his house, was murdered by the police. They came in the house, used excessive use of force, shot him 4 times in the front and 3 times in the back. They allegedly said he had a weapon, but he didn't have a weapon. The family still states that he didn't have a weapon, and basically we're here to make sure awareness is done that this type of behavior from our public officials is going to have to stop. They're going to have to be they're going to have to be held accountable for their actions when they illegally shoot somebody in this house. The original call was a 911 call for medical help. Why the police showed up is kind of a mystery to me. I understand they had protocol, and that's why the police showed up, but the house is too small for the police to be behind him and shoot him in the back as well, in the front. That's just excessive use of force. Murder, that's what it is.
I was inside there with the mother and the family just a minute ago, and the mother was telling me, explaining to us, along with Brother Malik here, McKeel, what's his name? McKeel, that she was there, right?
Yes.
And she's very distraught, and she said her attorney told her not to talk about it, but she just had to talk, so she shared with us, along with his fiance, am I correct?
Yes.
And she's a Caucasian.
Yes.
And how did they know you? Because she was talking about how she appreciated you. What did you do to make her speak so highly of you a few minutes ago?
Maybe 15-20 minutes after the shooting, after the illegal murder, After the illegal murder, I got numerous calls, and I was on the scene. About 15-20 minutes later, protesting, letting everybody know that this type of behavior. I made a public announcement to everybody that was out here. It was over 100 people out here, that justice will be served. This type of behavior from our public officials will not be tolerated anymore. And that we are sick and tired of them murdering our people, murdering our children, just because they have a gun in their badge. And I handled the situation very, very professional, and let the police know that someone was on the scene that knew what the law said, and you wasn't gonna just do what you want to do.
Whatever you did, you must be very respectful, because you gain the confidence of the family at a time of bereavement. And I understand the funeral gonna be when?
Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday.
Wednesday at 3, I think, unless they change.
Okay. Now, so what's his name again?
His name is G.B.R. Roberson, 43-year-old Navy vet.
Okay, he's been in. She said he served in Iraq or somewhere like that, but he definitely in war zone. And you also did you spearhead getting the New Black Panther Party?
Yes, I called the New Black Panther Party, Minister Muhammad, to come in and at least introduce himself to the family, because this is senseless. This man was killed in front of his mother, his fiancée, and their 8-year-old daughter.
Now the house, the living room is very small. All that gunshot took place, all that shooting took place in that little small area.
In that small area is why it's not justified, because the officer was dead on him. They could have tackled him, tased him if he had a weapon. Like I said, there's 3 scenarios that then came out. One that said that the mayor read out a statement that said he had a knife. That then changed, that he had a 2-pronged fork that you stick in meat, and now it changed. He said he had a grill fork. While he was in the kitchen grilling with a grill fork, and you know how big those forks are, and that he lunged at the officers. I believe the officers overreacted, inexperienced, and just should not have been there. Someone there to train a medical emergency. Allegedly, he's supposed to be taken. The 911 tape said he was diabetic, and the family thought maybe he had took too much medicine and he was acting erotic, and that should have been handled well. bit worse than with tasers if he was not.
Okay, call your brother over and let's him step right in.
Mr. Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Minister Muhammad. All right.
We just gonna keep it running. I'm not gonna stop.
Okay.
You can how you doing, my brother?
How you doing, sir?
Good. What brings you over here? What gets you over here in the first place? Who notified you of this? What happens here?
Minister Bobby Worthy,
okay,
of the Justice League United.
But tell us, what can you do here, or what do you think you can input here to help and assist the family in time of bereavement here?
Give them support, address the issue, put it on a national level, encourage all forces to come together like never before. Until we unite, there will never be justice. And because we're not united as a people, there's no justice to be had in these cases. So we must get behind the Roberson family.
Okay. You have experience in this, my brother?
Yes, sir.
What kind of experience do you have?
The Trayvon Martin case, the Jordan Davises, and the many others, too many to name, but yet we have a track record.
Okay.
And see, we come here to lend support and to help this family and demand justice and get justice.
Okay. Well, what do you think of Bobby Worthy? I mean, I got a call yesterday, really. I wasn't sure if I was going to come, but I'm here, and I'm glad I came because the rally was good, and I didn't know we were going to actually come to the house. So, Bobby, maybe you want to tell me more about why he was called and what do you think he can accomplish down here?
Well, I called because of his experiences with the George Zimmerman case, because had not the Black Panthers stepped in and issued the $10,000 award for George Zimmerman, it never would have been a case at all. George Zimmerman would have never went to court, even though we know it was a fake trial. And so Minister Muhammad has been on the battlefield with me many occasions, and we work good together. So we're going to seek justice together.
Okay. Do you know if anybody have called Victor Blackwell, since it seems like that he have come to Valdosta when no local news media or TV stations would give the KJ's trial the exposure that it needed? So do you think that somebody may need to call him? The mother told me she had called, but I'm just saying, do you know what the status of that is?
I sent Victor one of the flyers, and I'll give you one before you leave. I sent him one of the flyers, and it didn't go in detail, so I will actually send him a personal email and see if he can come in.
Okay. One other thing, Brother Muhammad, is you mentioned inside that too often people just focus on the small segment of the community. You saying that you really need to raise things to the national level. Would you state again, what do you mean by getting the national rather than just dealing with the local governments?
Well, we believe that the national is the key to bringing in justice, bringing in those resources that can put pressure on those who are in positions of power. Normally when these cases happen, there's no national response. They get away with murder every time. So we're here to serve notice to the Waycross Police Department that anything less than this man being arrested and charged with murder and being convicted will not be accepted. These men who were involved. So we're here again, and we plan to be proactive in this case as well. Okay,
I'm gonna ask you another question, Brother Worthy. This is my last question, you all can wrap it up. But my question now is that I came down here with Nathaniel, I think of death of Nathaniel Lee. And I'm getting tired of going places. What's the stat? Anything ever come out of that, or did we just march in vain? What's the purpose on that? Whatever happened to that?
Well, the family is actually in process of trying to get it back in court, so that's why we didn't move forward on it. We're waiting on the family, but they are close into taking it back to court because murder does not have no statute of limitation.
Okay. And what your take on it, my brother?
Well, we're supporting the family and we're waiting for the phone call.
Okay. Now, something I haven't done, and this is still part of that last question, I guess a two-part question. How can people get in touch with the new Black Panther Party? Because a lot of times you seem like you don't want membership. I know you do.
Yes.
And I like your spirit because it seems like you are more concerned with the people and the issues and bringing relief in time of bereavement. Yes. So, but give us a phone number or email address. How can people get in touch with our website?
BlackPantherParty.org. Also, my phone number is 904-537-5504. And we are in the process of developing recruiting mechanisms to build up the organization.
Okay, and once again, give me your complete name.
Minister Mikhail Muhammad. I'm the Minister of Community Activism.
And your title?
I'm the 4th ranking officer in the new Black Panther Party.
And when are you coming to Valdosta?
I will be as soon as I'm invited.
Once again, this is George Boss Rhyme, the Ghetto Free Press, The Voice. And we over in Waycross, Georgia. This is the home of where that took place. And once again, Bobby, as I do this, will you tell me once again, what was the name once again of the young 43-year-old that was shot here?
Jack Lamar Roberson,
Okay.
43-year-old Navy vet.
Okay, and I think you said it best. It's happening too much across the nation. Am I right? And a lot of time the news media won't report, but we got it, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press out of Valdosta, Georgia, doing what we do because we are going to do it. Bye-bye, we're gone. Thank you.